What is your name, please? Richard Green. How old are you now? 20. Do you live with your father and mother? I go to college. You sleep in a dormitory? Yes. But do you live with your parents between semesters? Yes. Were you living with them in 1979? Yes. Was your father supporting you? Yes, he still does. How many members are there in your family? I have an older brother and 2 younger sisters. Where were you in the summertime of 1979? I was at camp. At what camp? Camp Emerson. What kind of camp is that? A music camp. Do you play a musical instrument? Yes, I do. Which instrument do you play? The violin. What instruments did the other campers play? In my group, we played the viola, the cello, and the violin. Were you an active member of a string quartet? Yes, regularly. Do you play any other instrument? I play the piano a little. I assume you slept in a bunkhouse when you were in camp in 1979? Yes, I did. Was that also called a cabin? Yes, it was. How many fellow campers also slept there? I think 7. How many counselors took care of that cabin? Only 1. Was there any assistant or junior counselor in that bunkhouse? No, there was not. What were the ages of the other boys? They were about my age, 14. I ask you to think back to August 26, 1979. Did an accident occur on that day involving you? Yes. And Mr. Moore, tell us how you initially became aware of the plaintiff in this action. Well, my partner first saw him doing what we call grazing. I cannot remember what he was eating, but I do remember him drinking a bottle of beer. Now, for those of us who are not familiar with the security field, can you tell us what grazing means? Yes, grazing is consuming merchandise in the store and then discarding the package and not paying for it. How did you become aware that your partner had observed the plaintiff grazing? He was behind one section of the mirrors and I was behind another, and he called me over the radio that we were using and told me that he had a subject that was grazing in the store. He asked me to respond to his position. What was your purpose in proceeding to his position? To observe the suspect so that I could identify the person he had observed down there, also so that he could leave the observation point and go outside or downstairs on the floor of the store. After you got the call, you proceeded to his location? Yes. Did he point out the plaintiff to you? Yes, he did. The plaintiff is the same person that you identified in this photograph? Yes, that's right. Did you subsequently take over monitoring the mirrors and following the plaintiff? Yes, I did. What happened next? We remained up there because the suspect was right in the same area and would have seen us next exit the staircase onto the store. Were either of you wearing any kind of uniform that day? No, we did not have uniforms. What kind of clothes were you wearing? Jeans and a t-shirt probably. And was your partner dressed in a similar manner? Yes. Is this standard attire for the company? No, it's not. Certainly not for more store employees. I think we are the only ones who can wear jeans. For security guards, that was appropriate? Yes, but only for the security guards. What's the reason that you dress this way? Mainly due to the places that we're in. The stores use it for storage, and it's dusty and dirty, climbing over the air conditioning vents and ducts. What did you see the plaintiff do next? What I basically remember was following the suspect around the store, and he went on to one of the aisles and picked up a knife. Did he do anything with the knife? I remember him concealing the knife in the waistband of his pants. I can't remember anything else. Did he conceal anything else? I believe there were some more articles that he concealed in his pockets, but I don't remember what they were or when it occurred. Do articles of meat or cheese refresh your memory? He was eating cheese, I know that. But you're not sure if he hid any cheese? No. Was he eating any salami? Yes, I remember him having some salami. Do you know if the plaintiff had concealed anything on his person before you began observing him? No, up to that point he had only been grazing. After my partner left to go downstairs is when he started to concealing articles. Now, assuming that a person is just grazing in the store and doesn't conceal items and remove them, what is normally done in that situation? If they are only in there grazing, we'll go down and tell them to pay for it before they eat it. What was so unusual about the plaintiff's demeanor on this occasion? On this occasion, it was more than taking a couple of pieces of candy or something. He had eaten a lot of food, consumed a bottle of beer, and that alerted us to watch him even closer. When Bob first radioed me, he said, "I don't think this guy cares who's watching him." In other words, you got the impression he was not trying to hide it from other customers in the store? That's right. What happened after he concealed the knife in his waistband? I think he went to the checkout stand immediately after that. He did have some articles in his basket, and he paid for them. Did you actually see the plaintiff check out the articles? No, I didn't. I saw him enter the checkout stand, and that's when I went downstairs. When was the next occasion that you observed the plaintiff after you went downstairs as he exited the store? What subsequently happened that you observed? We attempted to stop him, and I say we because I don't know who initially made the stop now. I only remember that when we identified ourselves and asked the plaintiff to come back inside the store, he continued walking towards his motorcycle. So when he ignored your request, what's first? See, this it's hard to give it because it's got 2 or 3 tests on one together. Immediately after that, he did have some articles in his basket, and he paid for them. Did you actually see the plaintiff check out the articles? No, I didn't. I saw him. The plaintiff